know about that.
Yeah.
You think you could actually read this? Yeah.
Get very, very specific about things.
It's just overly specific. Not really cheap. It's just kind of a fucked up thing to do anything like someone's gift. Just rip it apart like that.
Yep.
Do you have the seed? Not a huge fan. That's actually that's like figure out it's walking and have like text, you know, like specific stuff that you
Can you get the extension cord out from back there? Doesn't need to be the really long one. It can be the shorter one. Okay. Link is sent out. Oh, shoot.
the one that's in here, the one
Not the one that's like coiled up. The shorter one. Is it over there?
I see the long one.
What's up, guys? Say hi and let us know who's watching. We're just getting it set up right now. Give us a minute. Thank you. Take that thing right over there. Oh, so I found out something really interesting today. Yeah, tell you about that.
Yeah.
This is very interesting. Which you probably already know. But I didn't know.
Maybe.
Huh?
Maybe.
I mean, there's a chance.
All right. I'm going to go to box.
Okay. Nah, that's all you, buddy.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Okay, what's up, guys? Who we got in the chat? We got Ryan. Chudler's in the house. Mitch from Pontiac. Dave Bartlett, Toma, how's it going, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. Layla, Michael, and Kevin, you guys have been the most active white belts throughout this quarantine. You might get that. You might get that quarantine blue belt. That when we come back after all this is over with. So hope you guys are keeping up with that training. All right.
You guys have a spouse, you can do this at home.
just kick them in the thigh, and have them kick you in the thigh. It's a great way to pass the time.
10 and 10.
What's up, Luke? Good to see you, man. All right, so Nick is going to start off with some front headlock stuff. As far as jiu-jitsu goes, leave some suggestions in the comments. Let me know what you guys want to see jiu-jitsu wise. But Nick is going to start off with some wrestling. So here you go.
This is how you make names.
Oh, I've got those. I've already got those. Like, this is how you beat Levi. This is how you beat Golden.
We'll start selling instructionals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Instructionals
Coming soon, guys. The How to Beat Golden instructional.
How to beat the other ones.
Just cheering a gi and grapple with it. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Anthony Chudler goes, oh, wrestling. Yeah, oh, well, here you go.
Whenever you're a noob.
We have each other.
That's the most important question. We're asking the real questions today on the 10th Planet Livonia live stream.
All right, going to the front headlock stuff. Dustin wanted me to go over like how to what to do after you snap something down. It says from the feet, a lot of times they'll get like an overhook or some sort of a tie up on them with a collar tie, and then he snaps it down to here, and they'll get him all the way down to the mat. And then he doesn't know what to do from here other than like going for the guillotine. So we wanted to see like how to take the back, other things I can follow up with once we hit the mat here. So from here, let's turn this way. He was saying he gets an overhook here. When he snaps down here, if you go for a guillotine from here, you're going to end up with the arm in guillotine right here. Notice I have the arm stuck in here. So on that one, you got to change up your grip just a little bit. Like normally on guillotines, we're going like grabbing the blade edge of our wrist, blade edge of our hand. This one, we're going to go pretzel grip. So I'm going to reach in. I'm going to go knuckles facing his throat here. So when I pull it in here, I'm sitting. My knuckles here are going to be facing him here. It's the back side of my hand. Going right up here. My other hand is coming over the top. I'm kind of shaping my own hand here. So without him, up here. Pretzel grip. So going from here, I'm going to put my wrist up towards his neck here. I'm going to keep it right there. From there, I'm falling up and onto his head, and I want my ear going to his opposite shoulder here. So I'm falling towards his head here. My head goes the opposite shoulder, and then finish with their normal guillotine finishes. Go back here. Right here. This is the guillotine. So when you're going for your guillotine finish here, falling, ear goes to the opposite shoulder. From here, our finish is side crunching on the head. So what you need to do is try to think of like taking, I like to think of my elbow, and I'm going to take it to my knee here. Up here, good position. Now from here, I got my ear in place, right on his shoulder, and then I side crunch. I'm trying to take my elbow to my knee, but it doesn't quite make it. So that's an easy follow-up. It's just right out of that snap down. So again, he was saying he's getting like overhook up here, and then he's getting a big snap down, or maybe he's coming over the top here, snapping down here. And he's still got his overhook in on this opposite side here. And then from here, he's catching his grip. And we got to sit in right here. Now I'm going up and over, ear to the shoulder, and I side crunch. And I didn't really even get the side crunch much. Got him. Got him with off hand. Yep. Sean Applegate showed me that little grip on that one. He said Chase Hannon hits that one a lot. So again, we get this snap down here, we get to the mat, we have that arm in guillotine here. We can also hit like our simple back take too as well. So like if we're over here and we just get stuck and you're having a brain fart, a safe thing you can do is now take my hand, it's the choking hand here. I'm going to bring it out and around and block this arm here. But at the same time, I'm going to keep my chest on top. So it sneaks through here. I'm up on my toes, and I just circle here. I'm just blocking his arm trying to build it. Up here, this is my choking hand over here. And then I'm bringing it underneath and I'm blocking this tricep so I can circle and then get to my side turtle. This is a good safe spot to kind of think about, like, all right, do I want to take him back? Do I want to sneak back out the front, go back to the net? Do I want to try to knock him over and get the side control? So I of good things we can do from that side position. Another one here, like snap down, real quick on snap down. Something to help your guys' snap downs and be strong on this one, okay? Okay. All right. Connor's gonna be strong here. All right. Resist me. So back in my high school, we used to have like these walls of people, like all of our past like Hall of Fame wrestlers and stuff like that. My coach would always like preach of different wrestlers and stuff. I remember one sticking with me. I never got to see him wrestle, but I remember always saying this guy Mike Garrison would literally get like parallel with the mat when he'd sprawl. So like when you're snapping somebody down, you want to get their head underneath your chest here, but at the same time I want to get my legs back, right? That's usually where people kind of get confused. They try to do one or they try to do the other. You got to do both. And he told me about this guy doing it. I always thought it was impossible until there's a kid at camp that I wrestled with that did it to me. And oh my God, my nose hurt so bad after hitting that. So brace yourself again. It's up. Be a good wrestler again. So when I sat down, he's going underneath. He's going all the way back. Legs go back at the same time. So think of like you're Superman, right? You're snapping down, and then you're trying to get parallel with the mat. So again, here, when I snap, I'm using one hand as a collar tie, the other one as a tricep, and I'm pulling here, okay? I don't like to get up in here and do a full overhook, because now he has a single leg. Because anytime we have an underhook, we have a single leg. Now all he has to do is drop his level and grab it, right there. All right? So I don't like to get in this deep. I like to be in front here so that I have a frame if he ever wants that leg. So from here, I'm going to look to just kind of give him a little push. And when I snap, again, I'm trying to get my chest on top of his back, and then I'm trying to get my legs back. So at the same time, I'm going here, here. So my legs go straight back. And then you can immediately transition into that go behind, or start attacking the neck here for the guillotine. You'd also ask me to show the darts. I'll show that as well. Let's see if we got any comments. We'll also do the forced half with your hand outside. Yeah, you can. Yep, you can do that. Yep. We've done half guard passes yet. We done half guard passes yet?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Look at 2 live streams ago? 2 or 3 live streams ago.
Atlas says 2 or 3 live streams ago for the half guard passes.
Yes, we did a whole bunch of how to pass lockdown.
It's totally your fault for missing it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do more crucifix when we do the jiu-jitsu part. So I'm gonna do like part 2 of basic crucifix.
Stay tuned.
You guys hear Kim Jong-un died?
Did he actually die? Did they confirm it?
It's not fully confirmed.
Well, I know he's been like MIA.
Don't be giving me fake.
But it's reported today that he actually has died because of botched heart surgery.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Interesting.
You're
living the craziest fucking time on this planet. It's insane. Anyway, get back to wrestling.
So you'll know to them. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Well, this is another way to do that. So, Cars, you can kill him like this. So we're here, hitting our snap down. Here, legs go straight back. From here, if maybe we're going for a guillotine, you tuck his chin. From here, a lot of times I'll just start punching my choking hand across and catching this armpit here, just to keep him in play. And then I'll try to pull this elbow in and scoot back just like yeah. So I'll start trying to pull his arm in and out of the way, and then I'm sliding into place here. That blocks him from turning into me at all. And that gives me the opportunity to now turn in. So now I can switch my head. So I was here. I'm just turning here, and now my arms are going to switch as well. I'm deep with my choking hand. Now I'm going to switch it the other way. So from here, you're in your vice grip position. Put your vice grip in. Your top hand here is going to be palm facing up. I'm looking to pinch my elbows together. I bump in with my shoulder, knocking him down. And now it's just the simple darts. From here, lifting his head up, shooting the arm through, getting a good bite on his neck, getting my arm or my bicep right on his carotid. From here, doing like our arm triangle or a rear naked choke grip here. From here, reaching up towards the lat here. My head drops down to the shoulder, sprawling it out, slowly wrapping it. For the darts, keep them at a 90 as you're putting your grip in here. Sprawling it out, and then slowly rocking them to a 45.
So that's darts.
That's a dart.
So this is what they've been speaking of.
Side darts going through. Right, snacking down here. Turtle. Oh. For headlock position, I'm rotating around, get my bike strip in. From here, bumping in, knocking them over. From here, I like to lift the head up, just grabbing that bottom ear up, getting that arm through, getting a good bite on the neck, and then rear naked choke grip, reaching up the left ear. Head drops down to the shoulder, sprawling it out, taking them from a 90, slowly rocking to a 45. Front end lock stuff.
Cool. All right, guys. We're going to be doing a little bit more of the crucifix game. We worked a little bit on the last live stream. That was Wednesday, so you can go back, click on the link, and rewatch that if you need to see it again. But let's look at a couple more entries into the position, and then a couple more ways to finish. All right. So the first one is going to be off of a failed shot. All right. So Connor shoots in, Nick sprawls just like he was doing a minute ago.
It'd be more accurate for us. It has to be believable for
So I was asking you to shoot. I mean, that was better than most jujitsu shots.
Unfortunately. All right, so Nick sprawls. Oh, now from here, it's very common for the guy on the bottom here to start crawling forward and try to attach to one leg. All right, if he does, as long as he has his head on the outside, you're all systems go for a crucifix. If his head is on the inside, all Nick needs to do is continue his sprawl and take his hand and shove his head through to the outside of his hip. Right there. Just take the hand, push it outside the hip. Now what Nick is going to do is turn 90 degrees, squeeze his knees together, and keep that arm trapped. All right, let's look at it from the front side. Change the camera a little bit. Lower it down. As Connor shoots, Nick sprawls. Let's say Connor's head's in the middle this time, like it should be. Nick is just going to take his hand, force his head to pop out on the outside, and he turns the corner. When he turns the corner, squeeze the knees and trap that leg. Okay? From here, you can put on your seatbelt grip or your Kimura grip. Go over the head. Yep, there and there. At this point, roll forward or windshield wiper your feet towards the head and sit back. And now we're into the Stargazer crucifix. Okay? One more time.
Which leg is it you like to have crossed on top?
We'll talk about it next. Cool. Connor shoots. His head's already on the outside, so Nick just turns the corner and lets him have the leg. It's no big deal at this point. He puts it on his seatbelt. He can roll forward because he just sat back on the last one. Screw back, right there.
Yeah, go back.
When you roll forward, make sure you are rolling on the shoulder that's closest to his feet. Right here. Okay, now let's turn to face. Stay in the start. All right, now straighten out your legs. Now, as a preference, I like to have the top arm, the top leg over, and then cross the ankles. Okay, as opposed to the bottom leg coming over and then crossing the ankles, so triangle legs.
Do you have a way that you like to cross the ankles with this leg over though?
Just cross the ankles and squeeze the knees like a bear trap.
So you don't have preference here.
No, whatever's comfortable. Same type of pressure that you're going to need for a quarter clinch. You cross your ankles and squeeze your knees here. You don't want to triangle. If you triangle, you have all this space, and he's going to be able to wiggle his arm free eventually. So cross the ankles, squeeze the knees together. Now straighten your legs out. In order for Connor to escape, he's got to get his wrist below Nick's ankles. Yep, swing them under, dig under. Not that way. Under the ankles, not between them. Because he's not going to let that. So he wants to get under the ankles. Right there. Now from here, he can turn the arm, he can turn his body so his arm goes behind his back, and he can limp arm in that direction. Right there. Okay? So if you'll notice, With the top leg coming over, Connor's wrist is above Nick's ankles. Okay, under your feet, Nick. Now this time, if he puts the bottom ankle over, Connor's wrist is already under, so it's easier for him to limp arm right out of the gate. Exactly. So make sure you're stepping over with the top leg and crossing your ankles. Squeeze the knees nice and tight. And now Connor's got to do some work before he can get out of this position. He's got to get the arm, get it under, and then limp arm out. Okay? Now that being said, just because he limp arms out doesn't mean that he's free. Nick still has his upper body tight, whether it's the over-under or the Kimura grip. Okay? Unloop the head. Right. Yeah, right there. So Kimura grip or over-under seatbelt.
Is it a bad idea to ever go like seatbelt 2 on 1?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's never done.
Okay.
Usually when I am on seatbelt, I am doing that.
Okay.
But I just want to distinguish that.
I got you.
Those are our 2 main groups. Okay? Now, another way that we can control this arm to completely take away his ability to limp arm altogether is we're going to do a kamikaze on his arm, and it can be either up or down. Okay? If it's facing up like that. What was that? Okay. If it's facing up like this, this is called the Amerikaze. This is like an Americana kamikaze. And then down here, the Kimura kaze. So, what Nick is going to do, let's say Connor puts his wrist below Nick's ankles. Okay, that's fine. So, this bottom ankle is going to go all the way back so that it's in the crook of Connor's elbow. Now, this top leg is going to extend and curl so that the top knee has the wrist, the bottom ankle is in the crook of the elbow. From here, this body foot steps on his shin, on his own shin, and he's just gonna pull his knees apart and squeeze his heels to his butt. He might be able to get a tap here. Okay, there's a bicep slicer. There you can put Americana pressure on, but this is not really a position that's meant to tap somebody at ADCC or anything like that. Okay, but I don't want you to burn out your energy. Instead, I just want you to keep this locked in, and now counter limp arm out.
All right, not able to.
Yeah, it completely takes that ability.
It's a good spot for him there, though.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're not going, especially with the glove on.
Right.
If he's got a glove on, that arm is not coming free. Period. End of story. Okay. So let's look at how we weave that in. Let's turn a little bit. Get closer to the camera. All right.
No, closer to the.
Yeah, right here's good. Right here's good. So in order to do this, he needs one ankle in the crook of the elbow. Right there. The other ankle is going to extend and leg curl back so that the wrist is trapped in the crook of the knee. Now from here, he steps on his own shin. Okay? For the purposes of controlling, just keep this nice and tight. You don't have to add any extra pressure. You don't have to spread your knees. You don't have to do anything. Just keep this locked in position, and your partner will not go anywhere. Now you can take your time and just dig for that choke and make their life miserable and grind their face. Yep, exactly. Make them regret ever taking this match or signing up for this tournament. Okay, if this is an MMA fight, yeah, this could potentially be the end of Connor's life here. Okay, just dropping elbows to the side of the head. Okay, hammer fists. Exactly. You can go straight up. What's his name? Wagner Hosha, and just smother the guy. At this point, you can go 2 hands and smother if you really want to.
Yeah, this like you want to smother. This arm.
Yes, you can. Let's turn that back towards the camera a little bit.
I'm going to take a screenshot.
A little more. Right there. So Nick's got the arm locked up in the Amerikaze right there. So what he did was pull Connor's arm so he can lean over the elbow. And now he's got 2 hands for the smother. Okay.
Is that like a legitimate?
Yes.
Is it what?
Okay.
Well,
Tell me if you need that.
I mean,
Wagner Hosha's won multiple tournaments.
Really?
I
Just
suppose.
that small.
Yeah.
Is he like a nice guy?
I've heard conflicting reports.
Is he a total psycho? Take to that as an initial.
He's Brazilian.
Yeah.
Very forceful male dominant culture. Anyway, so that's one option. But the moral of the story is tie up that arm with your legs using this kamikaze. And it can either be wrist up or wrist down. The difference is what ankle goes in the crook of the elbow and which ankle goes around the wrist, depending on whether it's up or down. You have to switch them. Okay, that's very hard to see over the camera on the internet. But right here, hold on a second. Nick's got the top leg in the crook of the elbow. Connor's arm is down like a Kimura. So now this bottom ankle has to find the wrist and then curl it in and then step on his own shin. Now this is the Kimura kaze. Okay, and like I said, you might get some taps here. You might get a tap on the bicep slicer. If Nick can pick his hips up off the ground, he might get some Kimura pressure here. But I wouldn't count on that. I mean, you might get a tap at like intermediate division Naga or something like that. But
I think I could play with that.
yeah. If you pull this off, you're probably way better than your opponent to begin with. So this, I really teach it as a means of really controlling that far side arm.
Free t-shirt if you want.
Yeah. Not really a submission. Okay. So that's the Amerikaze and the Kimura kaze. What do we got here? Dave Bartlett says, nice. Oh, wait. Hold on. Missed some comments down here. Okay. Yep. Best shot ever. You are right. Okay. So let's look at another way to get the tap here. We talked about the LAPD choke, which is the one arm rear naked while taking the other arm and stuffing it down. Yep, there's the LAPD. We looked at the Kimura, the twister neck crank, where he goes to a Kimura grip, uses that to pull his partner on top of him, takes his hips to the ceiling, and now he goes armpit to armpit. Not that one. Armpit to armpit, wrap up the twister grip, and then finish right there. So those are two options that we don't have to leave the stargazer in order to get the finish. Okay. Other finishes that we're going to look at involve actually leaving the position because we're either going for an arm bar or a triangle sports. Okay. So let's look at an arm bar start. So a common reaction you're going to see when you put someone in the crucifix is one, they're going to defend the choke with their free hand. Yep. Nick has this other arm tied up, so he can't use that to defend with. But they're going to bridge up onto the partner. So kind of bridging his hips up off the ground. Yep, put your weight back on, roll back, roll back, roll back. Right there. That makes it a lot harder to get choked. If Connor's bridging back like that, it's really hard to get the arm deep enough around the neck in order to get the tap. Okay? So instead, let's rotate this way, guys. Towards me. Yep. Bring your feet towards me, feet towards me, feet towards me. Keep going, keep going. Right there. Okay, so Connor's bridging back. What Nick is going to do is take his left leg and bring his knee underneath Connor and wedge it on this side of the hip. Okay? Don't bring the foot through, just leave the knee right there. Okay? Now from here, he's going to switch his hands to a Kimura grip. All right? Now at this point, he's using his forearm and his elbow to push Connor's head away from him, and he brings this leg over the face. And we end up in an arm. Okay? The last thing you need to do is take this knee and wedge it up in his armpit and point it at the ceiling. That's what's going to lock him in place. So what's happening is your partner's bridging up on top of you, and you're slipping out and towards their arm. And you get the finish. Let's see that again. Connor's bridging up. Nick takes that knee and wedges it outside the hip, brings the leg over the top, sets Connor down, and gets it tapped. It's a great way to get an arm on somebody. Okay? Now, the other submission we're going to look at today is the guillotine. And this is a very sneaky attack. Gary Tonin used this to win a match in Metamoris, back when that was a thing, before Howard Gracie ripped a bunch of people off. That was such a good event. It was a good event for a minute. It had some good people competing in some good matches. But with this one, you're in the stargazer position, and you're going to trick them into limp arming out. Okay. The only thing Nick has to do is take his arm that's over the shoulder and bring it over the other shoulder Top arm over the other shoulder. Yep. And he's going to grab underneath his top thigh like this. You don't want to bring it too close to his neck because you don't want to make him too suspicious. Okay? So just grab it under the thigh. Now at this point, you're going to fake a battle over this arm. Okay? Which eventually he's going to get, you want him to get that arm free because if you let go of that arm, Connor is instinctively going to turn in this direction. Okay? So let's look at what happens if Nick just stays where he is. He lets go of that arm, Connor gets to his knees. Get your knees, go, just get your knees. Right here. Okay? So we end up in almost a scramble position where Connor is in like a double leg. If he's slick enough, he might get the pass here. Maybe he's going to pressure in and jump over. Maybe he's going to Toriano the leg. You know, we end up in this kind of no man's land position. So reset.
That's what's flawless.
Yes. That's fine.
No, that's very good, guys. That was for him.
All right. So if Nick does nothing here and Connor limp arms that and gets that arm free, just don't even move the leg. Okay. If Connor gets that arm free and gets to his knees, he's on top now and potentially inside mount. Flatten him out, pass the guard.
This is your cue.
Yeah, right there.
I
I know, right? You get a blue belt. I can do that.
Accomplishments.
All right.
I feel good about myself.
We're going to strike, so we want to get the gold star.
Yes. We're going to stitch gold stars on our stripes from now. As opposed to straps.
I even gold stars that are ridiculous stuff.
Oh, you're good right
You get it.
You get it.
Yeah, well,
All right. So Nick is going to switch his arm to the other side, grab the thigh, palm up. Now he's going to fake a battle, so Connor enthusiastically gets up to his knees. All right, when he does that, Nick is going to sit up with him. He's going to bring his feet to that side. So now he just connects his grip, falls to his side, and he's in one of the tightest guillotines on the planet. Reset. Let's do it with your back facing the camera now. Okay, so he switches his grip. Now watch what happens. When Connor gets to his knees, Nick switches his feet from the right to the left, connects his grip. You're going to go in front of the shoulder.
Oh, yeah,
Front of the shoulder. And now he falls to the side, bringing the left leg over his back. Right there. Notice his ear is glued to the shoulder blade. You always want to have that anytime you're going after a guillotine choke. If you arch back, his head's going to pop out and you're going to blow out your arms. Exactly. So never arch for a guillotine. It's always a side crunch. Okay? Now, a little more real time. Let's get you facing sideways. So face the front door. There we go. Stargazer. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Point your feet at the front door. There you go. All right, so Nick switches his grip, palm up in between the thighs. He has a fake battle over that arm. Connor escapes it. He gets to his knees. Nick just falls right into that guillotine. Leg goes over the back. And there's the finish. That is definitely one of the sneakiest attacks in the crucifix. And you're going to get some very surprise taps off of that one. The inverted triangle Kimura setup from, are you talking about Stargazer Toma? I believe that's what you're talking about. So Stargazer crucifix. Give me that real quick. So the inverted triangle from here, okay? For this one, once we're here, Nick's gonna go to a Kimura grip. All right. This makes it a little bit easier to get the leg from this side of Connor's head to the other. Okay, so he's just going to step over the head, right there. And when he does this, he's going to make sure to put the heel in Connor's armpits. Okay, that's the thing that he's most important about. Don't worry about locking in the triangle or anything else. All you should focus on is the heel in the armpit. Okay, just cross the ankles at this point in time, do whatever you got to do. Now what Nick is going to do is use his top arm and try to find Connor's arm here. Okay, he's looking for the elbow. He's going to grip that palm down. Okay, and pull that as tight as he can into his thigh. From here, he's going to extend and curl his top leg a couple of times. Extend and curl. Extend and curl. Just get as deep as you can. And now hook this in the crook of your knee. And look at counter sides turning purple. Let's look like that. Thank you. You good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the proper way of going after the triangle, you see people just kind of throwing their legs up all the time in tournaments whenever they're here. Don't do it like that. Switch to the Kimura grip, you got control. Okay? Now look for your opportunity to get the leg from this side of the side to this side of the side. Once that leg is there, get the heel as deep in the armpit as you can. You don't want it out by the elbow. You want to get it in here.
Armpit.
No, that was he's a lot tinier. He does have a long ass. So turn this way a little bit. Rotate towards the camera. This is right there. You can see the foot here, digging the heel into the armpit. Okay. At this point, you can cross your legs, your ankles, whatever you need to do to make sure that he can't slip this arm back out. But don't think about the triangle just yet. Okay. At this point, now you want to use the top arm to find counters on it. Because usually he's going to be using it to try to defend this foot. So when he finds it, he's going to grab the wrist and then switch to the elbow. He's grabbing the tricep palm down and his palm facing, thumb down and his palm facing behind him. Right here. Now he's pulling that into his hamstring. That top leg, extend and curl, extend and curl. Do that 2 or 3 times. And now hook behind the crook of your knee. Pinch the knees together as you continue pulling on the elbow. There's the tap. You all right?
Yeah.
Cool. So that's the proper way of doing the inverted triangle from the crucifix position. Dave Bartlett. If this was live, what would Connor be doing? Okay. Yes. So let's talk about Connor's position. Number 1, like I said, where is Connor? The first thing he wants to do is get that arm underneath Nick's ankles. Okay, get it underneath there. Yep. And now he's going to limp on towards Nick's head. Right here. At that point, we got to work on a scramble. Okay, try to get on top, try to get your head clear. You got to deal with whatever upper body tie-up he has, whether it's a Kimura grip or whether it's the over-under. So let's say Nick has the over-under. Connor's going to limp arm out. So get the hand underneath. He goes to the limp arm. Now 2 hands on that grip. Try to break that grip open and get on top of your partner. Right there. Okay. Let's say Nick has the Kimura grip. Okay. So be careful here because if you limp arm out, you are in the rolling Kimura position. So if he starts going here and he just stays on his side, Nick is going to work his way into an arm bar, to a back take, to a back triangle. He's got so many different options from a guillotine choke, a Darce choke, Nick's an anaconda. Nick's got some sneaky game from here. So what Connor needs to do is as soon as he gets that limp arm out, he's going back flat on the mat. Good. He's raising his hand up. Yep. And circling towards it. Circle, 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 circle. Nope, stand back. And just circle towards it. Keep circling, keep circling, keep circling. Now put him in a Kimura grip. Yes, your hand was already there. Aha. Now you have the rolling Kimura on him.
Okay.
And now you can anaconda Nick.
Now is it just a battle of getting our chest on top?
Getting the elbow off the mat.
Getting the elbow off the mat?
Yes. So if Connor can get your elbow off the mat and push your hand to your hip, Connor's going to win. Because you can't get on top of him as long as he's doing that.
I think the battle is just getting my chest on top.
Yeah. Yeah.
Getting my chest on top.
Now, if you get your elbow to the mat, you can flip the Kimura on him. Circle, circle, circle.
Yeah.
Yep, right there. And if he gets his elbow to the mat, he can flip the Kimura on you. So it's all about getting a good Kimura grip on your partner. Okay? So let's look at that one more time.
Fucking try it.
Just grab his leg and crank, bro.
Exactly. Twist. Here you go. Chase on you. Rubber butt scoot. Nice.
All right. Yeah, over here, guys. A little more. I got one more for you, Dave. Don't worry. All right. So, number 1, limp arm, fight the 2-on-1. Pop it off. Get on top. Good. Reset. Number 2, he's got a Kimura grip. We're going to limp arm out. Get the back flat. Circle, switch to Kimura grip on. Raise your hand up, raise your hand up, raise your hand up, Connor. Yes. There you go. Put the Kimura grip on him. Keep circling, keep circling. And now it becomes a Kimura battle. Okay? Now the last one we're going to look at, come back here. Reset into the Stargazer. Got it. Okay. All right, with this one, what Connor's going to do is try to flatten himself all the way to the mat. He's not even escaping an arm. He's just going to get himself as flat as humanly possible, head all the way to the mat. He needs that. If he can get his head to the ground, what Connor is now going to do a back roll over his right shoulder. Yep. And now he's got Nick inside out. He's got to get this arm clear. He can't leave it between the legs. If he leaves the arm between the legs, Nick might still set up some kind of sneaky inverted triangle. Yep. We don't want to deal with that. So as soon as we're out, get that arm clear, and you're going to end up on top. I would say that is one of the most commonly used escapes. It's fairly easy to counter, though. Okay? So when he flattens himself out, yeah. The common reactions you're going to see in crucifix are they going to bridge on top of you. That's your cue. That's fine. Reset. Or are they going to flatten themselves out to the mat? Okay, so you got to be ready for these two things. We already showed if he bridges up on top, you can armbar down and take it back. Now, if he flattens himself out to the mat, it's a race because all Nick has to do is just get to his knees, and he ends up in topside crucifix. Okay, so has the arm trapped. Okay, with the Kimura grip on. Reset. So once Connor flattens himself out, if Nick is daydreaming or he's thinking about something else, Connor might catch him by surprise by hitting that back roll and ending up on top. So the question is who realizes, where they are first? When Connor flattens himself out, can he back roll or can Nick get to his knees? Nick should win that battle as long as he's paying attention. Okay? That's it. That's it, guys. All righty. So let's see what we got here. That's sweet. Kind of like escaping the back. Yeah, kind of. All right. So that is it for today, guys. We had some more crucifix material for you. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I'm not sure what Connor's doing right now.
Wrist lock that. Doesn't work.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We got more live streams coming up for you Wednesday and Saturdays at 6 p.m. I hope you guys are all doing well and staying healthy. Your families are healthy. That's what's most important right now. And, we're still bringing you jiu-jitsu content the best way that we can. Make sure you guys are watching the daily technique videos. The last 2 weeks, we've been looking at leg lock escapes. Level 1 is just getting the hell out. Level 2 is advancing your position through the escape. This next week, we're going to be looking at your arsenal from each leg entanglement position. So Ashi, here's all of the different ways you can attack. 411, here's all the different ways you can attack. Outside Ashi, here's all the different ways you can attack. Topside Ashi, Reaper. So we're giving you all the different ways to attack. Okay. After that's over with, then we can start looking at some more of the complicated, more intricate, advanced leg lock stuff. I know some of the color belts saw, white belt leg lock cycle in the videos and probably just deleted the email. But we have to build a foundation in order for any of the advanced stuff to make sense. So if you are familiar with everything we've covered so far, after this next week, the videos are going to be for you. So we're getting a little more technical and advanced with our attacks and combinations and counterattacks and all that stuff. So that's it for today. I hope you guys are staying safe, and we'll see you when this is all over with. Thanks, guys.